Thank you for tuning into my channel. Today I'm using the Fenty Killawatt palettes, the new Rihanna palettes. They are so fun. They are my favorite. You can use them as eyeshadow, as blush, as bronzer. I really am in love with them. I'm also showing you my summer glow look. So if you'd like to see how to get this look, keep watching. So the first thing you want to do is start with skincare. Taking care of your skin is number one to making sure your skin looks good during the summer and that it's really refreshed looking for that nice summer glow. I will link my skincare video in the description box, so check that out. So I've already done my skincare. I did my toner, my eye cream, and my moisturizer. Now, you might be saying, oh, I have very oily skin and I already look like glow during the summer. I hear you, but that's not a cute glow, is it? I don't think so. At least on me, it's not. So if you do have oily skin like I do, the key is having a good primer. What's been a lifesaver and a life changer for me has been this matte Prep and Prime. I love this stuff. You just basically kind of put it on your fingertips and just kind of pat it into all the areas that you really get oily. For me, it's this area and under my eye and on my forehead. So I've already tapped all of that stuff in, so I'm nice and good to go. And now we're going to move on to my first step to glowy skin I've been using is the MAC Strobe Cream. Looks like that. And I have Peach. So what I do is I put a little bit on the back of my hand. And it says you're supposed to put it like on the high points of where you would normally like to highlight, but I actually put it all over my skin. I actually put it all over and it really works. It really works. So I think you just have to try it out and feel what works for you. I like these because you can really wear them by themselves and they look really good. Like it just kind of gives you a nice little glow without like being too much. All right, so I put that all over my skin. I press it in. And then the next step that I do, I take my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector and I pump a little bit on the back of my hand, just a little bit. This stuff goes a long way. And I take a damp beauty blender, and I put this on the high points. So this I do apply like to my cheek area. If you can see that glow. Oh yeah, I see that glow in my monitor. Yeah, you do. And tap that in. All right, so as you can see, that's kind of all like into my skin and nice and glowy and highlighted, right? So the foundation that I've been using is this YSL Touche Eclat. It looks like that. And it says it's an all-in-one glow foundation. If you felt like when I put the Becca Skin Shimmering Perfector on, if you thought, oh, whoa, girl, you just doing the most. I can't do all of that. That's fine. You could skip that step. You could really skip that step with this foundation. This is a good glowy foundation just on its own. But I want to be doing the most because I'm on camera and I really want you to see my glow. So I'm doing the most today. Let's be honest. I do the most every day. And I'm going to take the same beauty blender and just go to work into pressing that into my skin. This is a nice light foundation. So say you're someone that has maybe some acne scars, maybe some acne, maybe some dark marks that you need a little more coverage. I would suggest getting a good concealer, spotting that first, putting that on your face, kind of spot treatment first, and then putting this over it. Because this is a really light foundation. It's not full coverage. You can build it, but it's really light. But that's the point for the summer, right? You want something nice and light, but also to give you a nice summer glow. And I know you're kind of like, whoa, girl, you are glowing, all right? We're gonna tone it down a little bit, but the glow is still gonna be there. So the next thing that I do is go to concealer. Now, if you're 20 and you want to skip this step, you can totally skip this step. If you have maybe some designer bags to cover up, maybe, you can use a light concealer. I'm using the Nars concealer. I like this concealer because it provides a good coverage without being too heavy. I go between this one and the Tarte Shape Tape. Tarte Shape Tape is a little thicker and it's a little heavier. So I like this one. I like to use the Nars concealer during the summer. I only put it there under my eyes, just kind of where I feel like I need a little help. And then the next step is setting your concealer. If you're oily, you want to do this step all the time anyway, because you're going to get the little creasing underneath your eye if you don't. So I use the Sacha Buttercup. I've been using that for years. I love it, love it, love it. And I'm just going to press that powder into the skin. So now I'm going to take the Next to Nothing face powder from MAC. Looks like that. And this is just a light powder that I normally would wear like on its own as well. So a lot of times what I do is I'll take the Strobe cream, I'll put that on, and then I will layer it just with this when I'm like short on time. And I just want just a little something and something quick, quick, quick. I'll do that. So I just kind of lightly press this into the skin. And then what I've found, I don't like to go heavy on bronzer in the summer. How can I say it? Not with like a super thick bronzer. I kind of want a lighter one, and I actually want one that I can kind of contour with at the same time. I found this Nars bronzer, and mine is in, oh, I can't tell the color. They have different colors for them. I'll list the color in the description box, but this is how it looks. So what I like to do is just take a little brush and I just kind of go up as if I'm kind of contouring, but also kind of adding blush. And I don't know if you can tell, but it gives you a nice sheen, a nice little glow, but also provides like a little bronzer. It's perfect for summer. It's perfect for summer. And I even go and put it kind of along my forehead. So now I'm going to highlight with the Fenty Beauty Killawatt palette. I know everybody's been using this one on YouTube and Instagram, and that one's pretty too. I've worn that one. But I wanted to use this one. I haven't found a lot of people using Sandcastle and Minted. It's this one, Minted Mojito. That's how that one looks. But this one's a really pretty blue and kind of a taupey bronzy color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my highlighter brush, and that's what we're going to use on the eyes as well. I'm going to use that on the eyes. And I take that and I'm going to highlight with that. So see what that just did? Right there. And then I'm also going to take the Minted side and go right over it. I love how it just kind of, even mixing those two together, it turns it kind of silvery. Okay, good. Let's get into the eyes. So we're going to use the Killawatt Foil Duo. I've already primed my lids. I use the Paint Pot by MAC, and my color that I used is Groundwork. I really like using this because I feel like It makes my eyeshadow last all day. It doesn't matter what kind of eyeshadow I put over it, it lasts all day. So I really recommend doing that, especially if you have oily lids as well. So we're gonna take this, I'm gonna start, oh, actually before I start that, I'm going into the Nars bronzer that I used on my cheeks. I'm gonna take that same palette, take my fluffy brush, and I'm actually gonna put that all over my eye, all over my eyelid space. I just really found that this made a good, not only a transition color, but it just blended everything together. And it made the color in the Killawatt palette stand out even more. Look at that. You could wear that on its own. Add some lashes and you're good to go. That would look really cute just by itself. So now I'm wiping off my brush and I'm going into the Killawatt palette and I'm taking the lighter color, not the lighter color, but the brown shimmery color, the one right here. So I'm going to take that and basically follow it and put that all over my eyelid space as well. And with some of it, I'm kind of like tapping it in and then kind of wiping and blending it. Look how pretty that is. So you can see compared to this side, now this one has the Killawatt on it. This one doesn't. Now we're gonna go into the mint color. Put a little bit of that on my shader brush. And I'm just gonna kind of go right there in the middle. The good thing about all of these Killawatt foil palettes is that all of the colors really work well together and blend in well together. And I love how you can either get as dramatic as you want or as light as you want. You could just take this little minted color and just put that on your lid, even like with your finger. Add some mascara or lashes and you would be awesome. So I'm just gonna go at this point between the two and just kind of merging it all together. And for under the brow bone, I don't usually do a lot of stuff like for under the brow bone, but this time what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a little bit of this minted color and I'm gonna take a little bit of the taupe color and just kind of mix them together a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is wipe off my brush so that I don't really have anything on it now. And just go right there at the top. Oh, I just don't even know if this is coming across on camera. This is so pretty in person. It really is. It's way prettier in person. All right, so I'm going to clean off my lashes. What I like to do before I add lashes, I go in with the Great Lash Maybelline Clear Mascara. I go in with that and just kind of separate my lashes, clean off any shadow that may have fallen onto them. But this is also really great for separating your lashes. I don't like to add mascara before I put on my lashes. I just don't. It's just a personal preference. But I do like to kind of clean them up and separate them a little bit before I go in and add lashes. So I'm gonna add lashes and come right back. So I added my lashes and I also added black liner and mascara to my bottom lash line. So the only thing I'm gonna do now is take a brush, a little shader brush, and I'm gonna add a little bit of that minted color right there in that inner corner on that bottom lash line. Right there, just a little bit. There we go. That looks good. All right, what am I missing? Oh, lips. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line my lips with the MAC Cork Lip Liner. And then I'm going to take this Fenty Beauty lipstick. I'm going to go over my lips with that. And on top of that, I'm going to add one of the new glosses from the Summer Daze collection. Looks like this. Okay, so we're not done yet. So if you wanted a little more glow, but you didn't want to use the Fenty Beauty glow that she came out with, which I love, if that's like a little too much for you and you wanted a little more subtlety, like for here and maybe your shoulders, I'll show you what to do. You're going to take that strobe cream. I'm going to actually put that, a little bit of that on a brush this time, right? And I'm going to take it and put that right there. Already you can see that peach shine coming through. A little bit on the shoulders. And then on top of that, you can go into your bronzer. I'm going to go into the Nars bronzer that I used on the cheeks. Wipe my brush off. Take a little bit of that and add it on there. Look at that. Just a nice subtle glow. And this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you next time.